announce that this month's Clairvoyance Club meeting has been canceled due to unforeseen circumstances, and the chair of the medical college at the football game, hypodermic. What does that mean? Stick it to them. Was there anything else to report to you? Yeah. Yesterday morning when I was putting the jokes and the hymn up onto Facebook Public and Facebook Friends and Twitter and YouTube, the computer phone halted and the wrong screens came up and they were taking a long time. Some of it got done and some of it didn't. Facebook Public didn't get done. Facebook Friends did. And YouTube didn't make it at all, and I think Twitter did. So what do you do in a case like that? Later. You put it aside. Wait for things to change. Well, they had. By 9:30 last night, everything was fine, and all the corrections were made, and all of the information was uploaded. I want somebody to come to you and read to you. I think this is valuable information. For instance, in the electric bill from National Grid, there was information how to protect yourself from scam. And they say that the scammers are getting very sophisticated in getting money from you. And here's how you tell it isn't your electric company. The scammers want the money immediately. The electric company doesn't do that. And they want you to pay right away. I think the best way to handle that is that somebody calls up and they say they're the electric company and you're behind in your bill. And you know you're not behind in your bill. All right, supposing you forgot. Okay, so I'm behind in the bill, I read my bill on. So I just say right away, I say just tell me how much I owe and where to send the money. And they want you to give your account number. Well, the scammers can't do that. And then they want a lot of personal information. So I think the best way to handle it, just say, tell me how much I owe, and I'll send you a check. Tell me where to send it. Mine go to Newark, New Jersey, of all places, when we're in New York. So there's other things, how to protect yourself against summer heat. So when the people come, and the best one to do it is Sue Casey. She is very good. Anita Crandall's pretty good, but she's got an operation on her foot. What's that got to do with it? Well, she can't get over. Sorry, pair of scissors. The hymns. Oh, for 1,000 tongues to sing our great Redeemer's praise, the glory of our God and King, the triumph of his ways. I see Jesus as helping others. And the glory of Jesus is helping others, like the man who got off the bus and kept the person from bleeding to death. And the triumph of those ways. The triumphs, that's the grace. Now, take this life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to thee. Who is Lord? Helping others. Take these hours and these days, let them flow in ceaseless help. the saints. These are the people who have, their bodies are being recycled and their spirits and souls are all around somewhere else. That's you, Franklin. You're a saint. For all the saints who from their labors rest, you are resting from your labors. Who thou by faith before the world confess. Thy name, O Jesus, be forever blessed. Alleluia, alleluia. What was one of the others? One more. We have to change this one all around because it's all about fighting and battles and killing. Lead on, O King eternal, the day of joy has come. Henceforth, in fields of caring, we'll do everything we can. Through days of preparation, thy let's see, we can say, the helping has made us strong, and therefore, O King eternal, we sing this happy song. Well, we got over that one. Okay, what's next? You've got to go through a bunch of art boxes of DVDs returned by TV stations. These DVDs have been cablecast, and they have been returned to A Chat with Glendora. And you have to go through there and find 22-hour programs. And you have to wrap those for Kinderhook, for the cable company in Kinderhook, which was a very well-run company, and then the Sons, they were local people, and then the Sons sold it to Fairpoint, and then Fairpoint went bankrupt, and then another company bought Fairpoint, and the place is a mess. So we will have to put on the back of each of those discs the 2 dates that is to be played in August and September, and then wrap it and then post it media mail. I want to tell you about media mail. Very, very kind deal from the U.S. Post Office. The first ounce is a lot. It's like $2.80. It's high. But the increment is by the ounce. The next ounce is only 40 cents. The next ounce is only 40 cents. And the next ounce is only 40 cents. It's a very, very nice convenience. Post office. Thank you. So how many dollars have you and your husband spent on postage since 1937? $62,000 on postage since 1937. And then what have you got to do? Oh, Queens, they still don't go file transfer protocol. They still do DVCam. They don't do DVD minus R. So you have to send $40 to Los Alamos and 4 DVCams and 4 half hours on disc, where Gene will transfer them from DVCam from DVD minus R to DVCam, and then send them to Queens. Queens, why is it taking you so long? Everybody else is doing it just like that. Alrighty. And what comes after that? Exercise your body. Do you have a dream? I want to hear it. My dream, I am given a daily list of things to do. I call it the cycle. My dream is to get that done every day. That's what my conscience is telling me to do. But it's been months when I don't get it done every day. I can't even get it done maybe every month. I can't get it done every week. I want to get it done every day. Well, what is that cycle? Well, 1 to 9, the fundamentals, getting up, the bathroom, the house, taking care of .com, getting dressed, and then the God time, the joy book, and God meditate Him in prayer, and listening what is to be done, and listing it, and the Facebook jokes, and the Care and Share, the Glendora Care and Share, and the in-mail, and some details, and then at 9 o'clock, get up there at 9 o'clock to that mailbox. Make sure you get the in-mail mailed. And then the good deeds on the porch, the dumpster, and the recycle bin, and check the laundry, and feed the birds, get grass for .com, and check William, Wisconsin weeping willow tree, and then telephone, and then the email that has come in after you've gone downstairs, and then the calendar, look at the blessing of the week for last year at this time, and be thankful for that, and then the Glendora Vegetarian Club, and keeping track of the finances, you know what that is, I showed you that, and then the think folder, things come up about that you don't have a solution for and you have to think about, and then going through the computer phone, all the people who get in touch with you, responding, and then this reading the information that I think would help you, reading it to you on TV, and then the Glendora Public Access Television Network of 65 TV stations. You can see how much time, ergs, and how many ergs of energy that takes, and how much money. And then the museum, the Glendora Franklin Museum for the Preservation of the Public Access Pro Se newspaper record. And, okay, that's it. And then late in the day, feed the birds again, and get ready for bed, and get there by 8 or 9, and get up at 5. My dream is to get that done in a day, instead of taking 4 days to do it, or a week to do it, or a month to do it, or never getting it done at all. Here is a card from Pat. Brady, and she's out west, and she sent it to you, and she wants you to know some things about it, so when somebody comes to read, I'll have them pass it on to you. Don't forget to drink 5 glasses of water a day, okay? Drink until your urine is white. It's very important. Keep that urinary tract sparkling clean. Lord, dismiss us. No, you're do, re, mi, fa, sol. Lord, dismiss us with thy blessing. Fill our hearts with joy and peace. Let us each thy love possessing, triumph in redeeming grace. Oh, refresh us, traveling through this universe. Oh, I forgot exercise body, the calisthenics. That's very important. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do those. Is that a magnificent creation? Color, designed, a spheroid, 200 or 300 seeds to make a new plant. Is that a magnificent design? Taste and flavor, harmless eating. You don't hurt the seeds. They can just make new plants. Did you check the laundry room? Yes. And there was a wash in the washer, unclaimed. Well, the right thing to do would to be nice and take the done wash out of the washer and put it in the dryer and put 4/4 in the dryer and dry it for the person. Yeah, I did. Did you do anything for the little birdies up on the porch? Yeah. On the cable TV box of wires, I crumbled up a slice of bread, home-baked bread, delicious. Did you give any to the birds on the stoop? Yep. Now where to? Well, we'll take all these seeds, all these organics, and we'll put them behind the garage for compost and return all this goodness to the soil. This is the shortbread that we claimed for Sandy, or that we got for Sandy, and she hasn't claimed it. We brought it from the Bartlett house. I hope she finds time to pick it up. But Sandy is so busy helping others. And this is Japanese sesame seed oil, and it belonged to the woman who was checking out behind me at Hannaford's. So she got home and didn't have her Japanese sesame oil, and it was kind of expensive. It was almost $2 for that little bottle. That's how little it is. Sandy sent Carrie, her daughter, to me around 8:30 p.m. A couple nights ago, because Sandy thought my refrigerator looked bare. And she sent me a whole bowl of blueberries. But I was sound asleep, deep in the arms of Morpheus. What is this? It's to feed the birds today. It'll be gone by this afternoon. Isn't that a lot of rice? Well, yeah. But there's a lot of hunger in the birds. That was a long and arduous work. Feeding the birds all that rice, and then taking all the fruit peelings and seeds, getting them to the soil. They never should be put into the dumpster. They never should be put into recycle. They never should be put into anything but the soil. Pick them up and put them in the soil someplace, because they enrich the soil. And out of the soil comes all of this delicious and nutritious food that we have. William Willow really leans over. I wonder if that's right. And the Cleggs will not answer the phone and come over and help him.
To listen to your messages, press 1. To send a message, press 2. To change your personal options, press 4. To disconnect, press star. First saved voice message.
Without a doubt, the best TV show in the nation. Keep it up. I think it's spectacular. Glendora, you're the best.
End. Message saved. Next message.
Hi, Glendora. Thank you for this voice channel. I got a message that you can reach us. They wanted me to inform you that we're no longer using calls to our business just visit our town. So that's why we couldn't get your messages. Hope you have a great day.
End of message.
An award to Bolton
To erase this
Television
message, press 7.
for being
To
the
send a
most
reply message, press
uncommunicated
8. To save it, press 9. To hear more
individual
options,
in
press 0.
communications that I know.
Message saved. Next message.
Hi, Glendora. It's Sandy. Last night, Harry stopped by with some food for you, but you must have already gone to bed. So she left it outside your door on a chair.
Delicious.
So you probably found it by now already. I'm sure you've been outside on such a beautiful day.
Altruistic.
That. All right, I'll talk to you later. Have a great afternoon.
Helping others.
Bye.
Grateful.
End of message.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't forget to call him.
Hope all's well, James Dixon.
I hope it is with you too, James, dear friend.
To listen to your messages, press 1. To send a message, press 2. To change your personal options, press 4. To disconnect, press star. To listen to your voice messages, press 2. First saved voice message.
Without a doubt, the best TV.
Message saved. Next message.
Hi, Glendora. This is Amy.
Message saved. Next message.
Funny, Glendora, funny.
Message erased. Next message.
Hi, Glendora. It's Sue. Give me a call back on either phone number. I just have a few questions on your grocery list. Okay? Bye-bye.
End of message.
Terrific.
To erase this message, press 7. To send a reply message, press 8. To save it, press 9. Message erased. End of messages. To listen to your messages, press 1. To send a message, press 2. To change your personal options, press 4. To disconnect, press star.
Why was the teacher angry at the owl? He didn't give a hoot. Hey folks, look at all of the groceries that my neighbor Sue was so kind to do all that heavy shopping. Corn on the cob, vegan soap, or at least soap that has been no animal testing and no animal products. That's really what I'm looking for. And it's Tom's. and old-fashioned graham crackers, and maple, and saltines, and a watermelon, and I think 5-10 loaves of bread dough, water, spring water. $95 for the groceries and $61 for the copy cartridge for the Epson. Now the next thing to do after making the entries into the Joy Book is you.com, is to try to relieve the itch in your ears. You poor uncomfortable little kitty. How did you do on the telephoning? Well, let me tell you, the conversation with Billy Adrian was a great jet of what life is all about. He said the word. He sees life as a partnership. That's exactly what it is, folks. So that was a darling conversation. He's in Worcester, Massachusetts. And how many calls did you do it? Oh, I've done about 13. How many more are left? Oh, about 13. So let's get things organized here. Joy Book up to date. We paid Sue by check. That was a good idea. Joy Book up to date. And .com's ears. Finish the telephoning. Do the in-mail. Get out 20 more TV shows for Kinderhook. Send Los Alamos the DVCams. And then do the calendars. Glendora Vegetarian Club. The finances, expenses into the book. Think folder. The computer phone. Answer all the messages that came in. The people who want to communicate. Find somebody to read to you those announcements that are so important. You see why I have to get at that itch in her ear. And did you exercise the body? Yeah, the calisthenics, yeah, they're all done. Sue walks 3 3/4 miles a day. She walks 55 minutes as soon as she gets up. She gets out of bed and goes walking. She looks terrific. She's a partnership person. Wow. All her life she doesn't do anything but for others. And she can go next Friday shopping, next Friday, and next Friday, and after that it's going to change. I guess that's it, and feed the birds this evening. Their vespers, and go to the bed. This is fruit wash. You're a big fruit. Another great creation, right? Look at that. Look at the size of it. Oh, my goodness. Did you do the finances? Yes, the finances are all up to date. The spending is in good shape. Did you do the Glendora Vegetarian Club? Yes. Yeah, made the entries. $95 for the groceries, $30 for lunch. at the vegetarian lunch at the Bartlett House in Ghent yesterday. Gregory says he will do the cooking for the Glendora Vegetarian Club this coming Wednesday. That'll be corn on the cob, this watermelon, 80s frozen pizza. Here, let me show it to you. There's 4 of them. We better get 6 more. Maybe more than that. Maybe 8 more. And we'll have it on the lawn nearer, up farther, closer to the house, to the happy house, instead of back closer to the Glacier Hill. And have people come in and get their plates and get the food on the plate and go out and eat it. And Greggy will stay in the kitchen wearing his apron. So some more fruit wash. They asked for 4 New York, New England Macintosh apples, but they didn't have any, Sue said. This was the closest. Well, I'm not surprised, because the miracle of the apple is going on right now, and they won't be ready until September. For peaches, I haven't had a good peach for years. They don't grow them right anymore. They don't let them ripen on the vine. New Jersey peaches, are you still around? Well, let's put on some fruit wash. Bananas, but not organic. Cherries, another grand creation. That's fruit wash. Four avocados, guacamole, bouquets, chicken flavored, and bell seasoning, salt and pepper, a little bit of oil. They're little avocados. And clementines. Do you have any more fruit wash left? Yes. Where did you get that? At Pangea. It was a vegan store. Back in the days when we couldn't get vegan products in supermarkets and health food stores. And they pioneered, and they kept us going. Thank you, water. Water inside the fruit and water outside the fruit. Now, folks, I have to read to you in the dark. That's the only way I can see the magnifier. And so I'm playing you a video from something else. Herein, the audio is what is important. I'm reading to you the information from my electric bill. And I told you how to protect yourself from scam. Somebody who calls up and tells you to pay immediately and use your credit card. They don't do that. So you just say to them, all right, how much do I owe and where do I send the money? All right. Now, the next topic they wanted is be prepared for summer storm season. Stay informed in advance of summer storms. For an outage, call customer service. It's important that we know. Never assume someone else has called to report an outage. If you see a downed wire, keep everyone away and immediately report it to us. Repairing a fallen line can be dangerous work, so please drive carefully when you spot our repair crews on the road. Stay connected before, during, and after a major storm by texting the word storm to N-Grid, National Grid. For town and county updates, text SUM, S-U-M, followed by town. For town and county updates, text SUM, followed by the town name. We do not charge for these calls, they're saying. Okay, what else is going on here? Easy email Billy, no thanks. Simple tips. Be mindful of heat stress. Heat stress causes the body's temperature to rise and strains the heart and blood vessels. The risk increases when temperatures stay at or above 90 degrees for several days, combined with high humidity. Avoid heat stress by drinking water and clear liquids. Remember, folks, drink 4 or 5 glasses of water today, each day. I've had 4 1/3. Eating a well-balanced diet, that would be vegan. Taking a cool shower or bath. Wearing light, loose-fitting clothing and a sun hat. Visiting air-conditioned buildings. Simple tips to cut costs and stay cool. Reduce cooking energy by as much as 80% by using your microwave, toaster, oven, or outside grill. When not in use, turn off lights, appliances, televisions, fans, and computers. Unplug chargers and laptops when not in use. Oh, really? Uncharged charges? Really? Consider washing clothes in cold water. Clean electric dryer filter. Clean and straighten exhaust, hose, duct, and outside vent. Check, clean, and replace air conditioning filters. Close blinds and drapes during the day. Your safety is our top priority. Smell gas, act fast, even with the industry safety record gas leak caused by damage to a pipeline poses a hazard. That's why we want you to know the signs and what to do if you detect a gas leak. Indoors, if you smell gas similar to rotten eggs, take action. Do not use the telephone. Do not turn on the light switches, appliances, or any electrical equipment. All occupants, including pets, you hear that, .com-cat? Should leave the house immediately. Outdoors, if you smell gas and see a white cloudy mist and bubbles in standing water and or a hissing, roaring, and whistling sound, it could be a gas leak. Leave the area immediately. When in a safe area, call our gas emergency line or ask someone else to make the call, or 911. Never assume that somebody else has made the call. Tougher penalties help protect utility workers. New York State has new laws in place to help better protect our field workers who face a number of challenges. Now, any action by a member of the public that prevents a utility worker from performing his job, his or her job, or causes the worker physical injury is considered a felony. That's it. Now folks, good morning on the 22nd of July. It's summer! Hooray, hooray! We're going to the Seventh-day Adventist church is having a picnic. They have two each summer. Now the question is, do you mind this dark video? If you do, I can play another video over it. But I have to have the dark in order to read to you, because I haven't found a good-looking person who projects, who do a good job reading to you. However, we did make progress last night. Jehovah's Witness.org. What does the Bible really teach? Soul and spirit. What do these terms really mean? When you hear the term soul and spirit, what comes to your mind? Many believe that these words mean something invisible and immortal that exists inside us. Well, we can go with that, can't we? Our definition is, what is the soul? It's the God inside of us. They think that at death, this invisible part of a human leaves the body and lives on. That's interesting. I don't know what to say about that, but that certainly entices my thinking. Since this belief is so widespread, many are surprised to learn that it is not at all what the Bible teaches. What then is the soul? And what is the spirit, according to God's Word? Soul, as used in the Bible. First, consider the soul. You may remember that the Bible was originally written mainly in Hebrew and Greek. Well, the thing about the Bible is that it wasn't written, it was spoken. And you know how things changed, spoken from one word to another. And by the time it was written, a whole lot, I think, was lost. When writing about the soul, the Bible writers used the Hebrew word nephesh, or the Greek word psyche. These two words occur well over 800 times in the scriptures, and the new word translation renders them soul, either in the main text or in footnotes. When you examine the way soul or souls is used in the Bible, it becomes evident that this word basically refers to one, people, two, animals, good, or three, the life that a person or an animal has. Let us consider some scriptures that present these three different senses. I think that's enough for today. Let's make a mark here and say red 2 here. How are you this morning? What are you going to do today? And what did you do yesterday? Red 2 here. What are you going to do today? Okay, that one is done. So this is all about the soul. And put it over here, it's done. And I'm running you another video because there's no video here. But the audio is important. Okay, what else is there? This is still about the soul, so we can consider that taken care of for today. Lord, dismiss us with thy blessing. You just started, Glendora. Fill us with love and joy. SS Glendora rules. From Sandy to Wayne. Collins, I can't read a thing. All right, Sandy, please, will you slow down? Will you take time to come to Happy House 3 and sit out on the lawn and read to all my friends on TV the rules of the SS Glendora of 1955 to 1962, the television show. They are very nice rules. So that will have to be adjourned, folks. It's illegible. Let's see what else. Thank you, Wayne Collins. He was a youth of 9 years old in those years, and he was faithful to the SS Glendora and has been for the next 60 years, right? Now he must be about 70. Okay, we know what to do with that. Talk to Sandy. Now what do we got? Now this is nice. This is from St. John the Baptist Church, Roman Catholic Church in Yonkers. Monsignor Maloney, Christopher Maloney, and this is the lesson in the church bulletin. The 13th Sunday in Ordinary Time, July 2nd, 2017. Occasionally, when traveling, excuse me folks, just a second. It's a little get it down to 8.5, 11 by instead of 3. They're ads. They sell ads, advertising on the church bulletin. When traveling, around the country, particularly in small towns and villages like Nassau, population 1100, one encounters a very friendly shopkeeper who displays a sign that says, "We welcome. There are no strangers here, only friends. We haven't met yet." Unfortunately, that welcoming spirit does not always find its way into large urban centers like our own, meaning Yonkers, meaning the Manhattan. Visitors have been heard to complain about New Yorkers' cold, unfriendly attitudes. Hard to believe? No, I think you can make them friendly, and I can think you can make them warm. Just take an interest in them and love them. Well, hospitality, Monsignor Maloney's staff is saying, is clearly a theme in today's scriptures readings. So perhaps today is a good day for each of us to do and examination of conscience on how friendly and hospitable we are. In ancient times, hospitality was considered a sacred duty. And in today's first reading, 2 Kings 4:8-11, one woman's kindness to the prophet Elijah becomes the occasion for a special blessing from God. Okay, but that's every moment. In today's second reading, Romans 6:3-11, St. Paul, who often encountered hostility and rejection, rejoices in the baptism that has welcomed us into God's family. Finally, in today's Gospel, Matthew 10:37-42, our blessed Lord reminds us that the welcome we offer to the neediest of our brothers and sisters is offered to Jesus himself. Okay, thank you, Monsignor Christopher Maloney. I thank you, Robert Jackson, who I have always known to be hospitable and kind. Okay, what else do we have, my dears? I have to show you this card from Pat Brady. She's out west at a Boy Scout camp, and I have to have the lights on for that one, so keep that there. And what is this? Folsom Family Association. Glendora is a Folsom. Glendora Vesta Folsom Buell. Executive Board 2016 to 2017. Leon Folsom, Atlanta. Kendrick Harrison Folsom, Jr., Ocala, Florida. Susan E. Folsom, Saluda, North Carolina. She's a Seventh-day Adventist. Good for her. Charles H. Folsom, Shreveport, Louisiana. That's our friend Roseanne that we have such a good time talking to. Barbara Kipp, Dover, New Hampshire. Francis Wooden, Litchfield, New Hampshire, and so forth. But why did I cut this out for you? Why was there value in this to read? The future of the Folsom Family Association. Well, the future's not going to be much, folks, unless you go to Facebook and unless you activate or actuate or actualize all those Folsoms on Facebook. They're all over the place. And they're young, and you should go to them and tell them that you're having a Folsom family reunion. It's too late, you're having it right now. I've told them that, but I don't see anybody taking any action. I believe that we are down to the last reading, and it is the 10 Commandments in children's language. Number 1, love God more than you love anything. Love helping others more than you love anything. 2, don't make anything in your life more important than God. Don't make anything in your life more important than helping others. 3, always say God's name with love and respect. Oh yes. God, the whole universe, the whole cosmos. God, all of us one. God, the unified whole. The unified body, which is the universe. God, we're all one. And as Billy Adrian told me yesterday, quote, I've always thought of it as a partnership. Good for you, Billy. You don't have to know anything more than that. You've got it, Billy. It is a partnership. You and I and all the others, we are partners working together to make the universe better. Keep it going and growing. And every way and every day, things are getting better and better. 4th commandment, honor the Lord by resting on the 7th day of the week. And that's what we're doing today. The 7th day Adventists are right. The rest of us are wrong. The 7th day is Saturday. It is not Sunday. We got off the track. The mainline Christians got really off the track. I think it started with Easter, the resurrection of Christ. And also Sunday was a pagan holiday, and they got enmeshed in that. And how else are you going to honor the God by resting? What would you do when you rest? You would sit quietly, and you would commune, and you would listen, and you would write it down, and you would read great inspirations. I don't know. All the other things we do, folks, are for God. Everything we do is for God. Wouldn't it be nice if it came out that the cycle got done on Friday night, and so Saturday would be alone and empty. Saturday would be perfect. Saturday would be 100%. Well, let's meditate on that. Let's cogitate that. Number 5, love and respect your mom and dad. I see very little of that today. I don't see enough of it. Love and respect your mom and dad. But then I do see a lot of it. 6, never hurt anyone. Thou shalt not kill. Never hurt anyone. Do you hear? That applies to people, that applies to animals. Never hurt anybody. 7. And by the way, that's ahimsa. That's the concept from India, from Hinduism. Ahimsa. Live harmlessly. Live harmlessly. And that's the American Vegan Society. That is their watchword. Live harmlessly. Always do. Always be faithful to your husband or wife. You get married, you stay married, and you don't get divorced. That's the 7th commandment. 8. Don't take anything that isn't yours. In other words, don't take anything from the universe as a whole. Don't take anything. Don't try to take it aside and say, oh boy, I got this and I'm smarter than you are, I'm richer than you are, I have better clothing than you do, I have a better car, I got a bigger house, I'm the boss. Don't take anything that isn't yours. In fact, we really don't have any yours. We really don't have anything. We don't own anything. We're all together. We all own it together. We all succeed in it together. We all create in it together. We all operate together. That's that oneness and that allness. So it means don't disturb that allness and don't disturb that oneness. And what does that? Selfishness. Get rid of selfishness. Get rid of evil. Don't have anything to do with it. Think it, speak it, hear it, do it. That's very good, the 8th commandment. That really has a hidden and deep meaning. And it revolves around the oneness. The big concept. 9. Always tell the truth. Always tell the truth. Yes, right. Your conscience doesn't like it when you don't tell the truth. 10. Be happy with what you have. Don't wish for other people's things. And actually, other people don't have things. Again, we're all one, we're all unified. We all own it together, we all operate it together. We are, as Billy Adrian said, partnership. Okie dokie, folks, we made it. Take this life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to Thee. Take these hours and these days, let them flow in ceaseless help. Helping others. Flow in ceaseless helping others. I hope in the dark here I can make it through this morass, turn off the camcorder without hurting it. The universe, born, alive, healthy, food, clothing, a home, freedom, independence, no catastrophe, finances, education, careers, spouses. Now then, folks, the light is back on. a 200-watt light. And here is Pat Brady's postcard. God's universe. Another kind of beauty. Pat Brady is a professor of geology and astronomy at Staten Island Community College, which is part of the City University of the State of New York. Excuse me, of the City of New York. Have you read Lucent? The story of public access TV, American International College, Springfield, Massachusetts, Alumni Magazine, Robert Cole and Heather Cahill. Alliance for Community Media, that's the trade association, it's for public access television. It's the TV stations and the producers. This is their superb program book that they had for the year 2016, and it's just ending now. 2017. Today is probably ending in Minneapolis. Last year was in Boston. Remember we went to Boston? Did you enjoy that? These are my friends in Pittsfield. I'm going to say hello to you again, to those that I can read. Janie Ray. Kathy Aber, Charles something, G-A-R something. Jean Grossman, you sweetie pies. Barbara and Bob St. Pierre. James Curtis, thank you. Thank you for being friends for 70 years, 60 years, since 1955, 1962. The SS Glendora on TV, General Electric, WRGB Channel 6. Diane Wallington. No, I can't read this. Marie. Her family name begins with L. Is it Leomini? Is it sorry. Leonini, Pit. Okay. And Rudy, Sacco, and Charles and Jennifer Stickles. Oh, that's so nice. That's rules for the SS Glendora. That's hopeless, as far as being read now. An alternative is a choice between two things, one of which you have to take, whereas a choice is a choice among a multiple of things, and there is no compulsion. Election emphasizes the freedom of choice, and freedom of choice is so important, and it has to be very carefully considered and contemplated, choice. And option emphasizes further the liberty in making a decision. And preference is the predilection or the personal desire in making a choice. And then we have Alvine, which it pertains to the belly or to the intestines. Amateur is somebody who pursues a study or science or an activity out of taste and doesn't pursue it professionally. That's public access TV. There's no money in public access TV except the money that we spend, the producers spend. So we pursue it out of taste, and so we're amateurs. Amanuensis is somebody who writes things down. Amain means full speed ahead with great haste, full power. Ambage is roundabout ways, circuitous ways, like Bronxnet. Ambassador is a minister of high rank, and that's what you and I are, the highest rank. Teaching people that the only way in life is helping others, getting rid of selflessness, getting rid of evil, not having anything to do with it. That's an ambassador of the highest rank. Ambi is a combining form, meaning both, as in ambilateral, both sides, and then ambidextrous, unusually skillful with the use of the hands. versatile, proficient, all nice words. I think we'll get you some new ones. Here it is, Kinderhook TV, 20 DVDs, 2 hours each. Kinderhook plays A Chat with Glendora from 7 to 9 o'clock on Channel 8, 2 hours every day, Monday through Friday. So there's 20 2-hour discs for them. Medium mail is $2.90 for the first pound, 40 cents for the second pound, and 40 cents for the third pound. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, so many of you. Well, folks, we're now doing QPTV, Queens Public Access Television. This is a DVCam. A cute little thing, isn't it? It's a Sony product. Great idea, Sony. But watch this, folks. Now look at the difference. The same amount of information on 4 DVCams fits on 4 DVDs. Look at how much easier and how much less expensive and how much less bulky 4 DVDs with the same information as on 4 DVCams. Queens, why did you do that? Everybody else was going to DVD, minus our. Why did you go to DVCam? And it's really not a public access format. It's really a broadcast format. You don't need this for public access. I never understand QPTV. Well, now we will, and look what I've got to do now. Any other TV station, I could hand these 4 in and they would be played. But for QPTV, I have to send these to my friend Jean in Los Alamos. And I have to send these 4 DVCams. And Jean will transfer the information from the DVD to the DVCams. She will keep these and play them on the Los Alamos TV station. She will ship these transfers to Queens. And Queens will cablecast them from the DVCam. And we've waited 2 years for them to transfer. Everybody else has transferred the format quickly. We have 14 TV stations who went bing bing from DVD to file transfer protocol. Now the money? Okay, these are very expensive. These are not. These are 30 cents a piece. These are 4 of these cost something like $12. Sony must have wined and dined them until they were delirious and went with them. Now, the postage, okay? $1.15 here, that's all. Over here, we've got, it'll be $2.80 for the first ounce and another it'll be about $3.25 to send these out. $3.25 to send them back. So that's $6.50 as compared to $1.15. So first job, folks, is to strip them clear of all their labels. And that's hard because it's all Scotch tape. Here they are. They're all nice and clean. Now we have to label them. These are for the weeks of August and September. There they are, my dear friends. They're all labeled. 11,576, 7, 8, 9, sort of around that number. They were all made in June or July. The video was made in June or July. Now, what do you think is the best way to wrap these? Like this? Wrap them like that? No. Experience has taught me that the best way to wrap them is like this. Make a nice flat package instead of a tower. And then you have to put the 4 DVDs in them for Los Alamos, and you put a check in for $40 for the transfer. And then you have to put in an address label to me. I used to send them directly to QPTV, but wouldn't you know, they'd get lost. So send an address, return address label to me. Is that all? I believe so. Gene, by the way, it's time to send me back my discs that you cablecast. It took an hour. Oh, QPTV. And I told you wrong. It shouldn't have been wrapped this way. It should have been 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the way it should have been wrapped. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I told you wrong. It should have been wrapped 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, would have been much better. Or even 1, 2 on top of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would have been even better. Okay, put the address on it. Los Alamos. Wow. 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 Isn't that a beauty? $50.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Gloria.
Yeah. Okay, go get your food.
Okay.
You know this cake one. She put it back in the car for now.
Oh no, can I have
We'll do it later.
back?
We'll do it later. You gotta put your stuff in the car.
All right. Glendora,
What, dear?
can I get you something?
No, thank you. You got me good things.
I didn't know what you like.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Debbie, how are you?
There. Okay. Okay, Maud. Hey, Maud. Okay. Yeah, I got it lit.
We're going to sing for Helen again.
She's gonna blow out her candle.
Before the cake melts.
Yeah, it's melting.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Helen. Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish and blow out your candle.
Okay, blow that candle.
There you go. All right.
That side of the cake.
And everybody can have a piece. Melting, but what could I do?
What is melting, honey?
It's
Well,
the
it's just
frosting.
because it's a cream cake, it's gonna...
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you give me some of those and I'll dish up some this way.
Yeah, and then I can take it around to people.
Oh, I'm sorry, taking yours. Go
No,
ahead,
you
here.
you go do... No, that's all right. Ready for yours?
You ladies,
Here, I'll
do you
pass
watch the
them out.
knife? Thank you.
I'll put it at your seat.
Oh, okay, thanks.
No, put it on the table.
If you want to put one here, so maybe another plate.
Sure, let me turn this.
Folks, we need something to stabilize the knee. I guess for 89 years, the knee is tired of staying all together, all the parts. And you need something to stabilize them. So I thought we would get an elastic stocking that went from the ankle over the knee. And I got into this over my head. Thigh length. What's it called? Closed toe stocking. Well, what do you know? It's awfully hard to get on. You think it'll work? Want to give it a try today? Okay. When I survey the wondrous cross on which the Prince of Glory died, my greatest gain I count as loss, and pour contempt on all my pride. Let's go over that one again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. When I survey the wondrous cross, on which the Prince of Glory died, our greatest gain we count as loss, and pour contempt on all our pride. It's Glendora Soul to Soul. It used to be Sunday morning communion. And folks, what do I say to you? How can we say it together to each other? How many times we've said it? We've said it over and over again. There just isn't any new way to say it. Oh, yes, there is, Glendora. Every generation will have a new way to say it. I feel like Jesus and God are synonymous with helping others, doing good.
Wherever I see the name Jesus, I put in doing good. Wherever I see the name God, I put in doing good. So, it's Sunday morning communion. I guess it's just a reminder, just to say the old things over again. That God is everything there is. God is the universe, everything there is, the cosmos. And it's a grand, grand picture. The cosmos, its great variety, its great vastness, its perpetuity, goes on and on and on. Farthest out clusters of galaxies. Is that the biggest thing we have in the universe? Galaxies. Our galaxy, the Milky Way. Our solar system, our sun, our Earth. Our raison d'etre, our reason for being. What is our reason for being? Oh, that's a good one. That's easy. Our reason for being is to keep the universe going and growing. Our reason for being is it's the partnership. We're all together. We're all doing great things. We're all moving forward. All you people who developed television. We had radio, that was a grand step, communications. And then came radio with pictures, television. All you people who worked so hard on that. Lee DeFlorest, General Electric, Westinghouse, Dumont, Philco. How you worked on that. And how you made it happen. And it's had its run for 50 years. Picture, motion, immediacy. What's that mean? You see it. The instant is happening. Where? Anywhere in the world, practically. Sound, music, voice, video, motion. Have you had your run television? Computer, where are you standing? Are you in the middle of your life? What's coming after you, computers? We're all doing it together. It's our sisters and our brothers who did all these great things. And we're so thankful for them. Breathe on us, breath of God. Fill us with life anew. Breathe on us, breath of God. Fill us with life anew. It's also grand, isn't it? And step outdoors and see those majestic trees. Billions of leaves. The whole process of photosynthesis. The whole process of development and growth and maturation. And fruit. The miracle of the apple, of the peach, of the plum, of the banana, the great big cantaloupe, the great big watermelons, the great big pumpkins. So what can we say but to say it again? How beautiful and grand it all is, and how we are some of it, and the great things that we can accomplish, that will come out when you hear Glendora Care and Share, and when I hear your Care and Share. All right, let's just go over the concepts. You've heard the allness, the onlyness. You've heard the oneness, it's all continuous. What is the soul? The soul is the God that's inside of you, and that's continuous with the God inside of what's ever next to you. You've heard the creativity, the endless creativity, the endless motion, the endless kaleidoscope. And I guess the other concept, the last concept, is no self, no ego. Again, when I hear Jesus, I think of what he said, if you follow me, leave self behind. Oh, definitely, leave self behind. And also leave evil behind. I don't know what the answer is to evil, and I don't care. I don't know, and I don't care. There's other things to think about. There's all the good to think about. All the beauty and the harmony and the mystic harmony, yeah. Oh, there's one thing we should talk about, is mysticism. That you and I feel the oneness. We feel the oneness with all the universe. The man said, Doctor, I'm a jackhammer operator, and I have a problem at my work. And the doctor says, too much noise? And he says, no, the guy next to me hums. When I survey the wondrous cross on which the Prince of Glory died, my greatest gain I count as loss, and pour contempt on all my pride. Now translated into our language, we don't have gains. No, we're all together. What comes in to one, what comes in is shared by all of us. We don't have gains. We don't go ahead of the next person. We don't have competition. We're not better than anybody else. Don't kid yourself. You're not better than anybody else in any way. That is a mirage. We're cooperation. We're not competition. We're not out to be better. We're not out to win. We're out to do it all together in fun and joy. What more is there to say? I don't see what else there is to say. And I was going to write it down here, and I didn't. Bible. Ephesians. Who's Ephesians? Well, Paul established, or somebody established, a Christian church, a Church of Jesus Christ in Ephesus, which is in Turkey. And the people who lived in Ephesus were the Ephesians. And Paul, I think he's in prison. I think he's in Rome in prison at the time he wrote this. Is that right? Is that right? Because he says, thank you, magnifier. I will have to get up and shut off this 200-watt light because it Thank you, 200-watt light. Thank you, Thomas Edison, and all you others with electricity. Thank you, electrons. Electrons are our brothers and sisters, too. I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that you walk worthy of the vocation wherewith you are called. Let's say that 30, 40 times an hour. Walk with the vocation for which you have been called. And you know what that is. You and your conscience are one on that one. Walk in the vocation for which you have been called, helping others. Take this life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to Thee. Take these hours and these days, let them flow in ceaseless help. What is that? I think that's Chat with Glendora, the 4th 2-hour program to be cablecast in October and November. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Bible. Thank you, Thomas Nelson. Well, let's try another book. Since it doesn't seem to be in there. Maybe it's in this pretty book. A citizen was arrested in a donut shop for not paying his bill. What was the charge? Impersonating a police officer. The Maine farmer didn't particularly like being in the company of people. He sort of liked to be a recluse. However, he's sitting in his kitchen, and into the back door comes an influx of relatives. And they're all standing around, and one of them says, "It seems there's not enough chairs." And the Maine farmer says, "Yeah, plenty of chairs, just too much company." Old quarterbacks never die, they just pass away. In the seafood diet, you see food and you eat it. The donut defense in football, that's the one with the hole in the middle. and a woman's work is never done, thanks to daytime TV. Fit as a fiddle and shaped like a bass viol. Sings like a prisoner behind 4 bars looking for the key. Four carpenters. They all played the tuba, so they formed a quartet. What did they call themselves? The Tuba Fours. And the concert soloist, pianist, was asked, why did you choose to play Beethoven's 4th Piano Concerto? And he thought a long while. Then he said, that's what the orchestra was playing. And the freighter, carrying a load of yo-yos, struck a reef and sunk 10 times. And one freighter, carrying a load of purple paint, collided with another freighter, carrying a load of red paint, and at last report, folks, the crews of both ships were marooned. A woman answered the front door, and she said, I did not send for a piano tuner. And the man says, no ma'am, the neighbors did. Why are Bob and Joan the perfect couple, folks? He's a pill and she's a hypochondriac. Well, I guess that's all. We covered everything except Care and Share. Okay, we were all up to date. Yesterday I left you at the junction of doing the jokes for Facebook, and I told you that my computer telephone is sick. He comes on all ready to do great things, and then he fades to limp. And the uploads to, I think the uploads to YouTube are okay. And I'm not sure about the uploads to Twitter. You know, the jokes. 1 joke a day, 30 seconds, the program's called 30 Seconds. It's the tiniest TV show in the world. 30 Seconds it's called, with Glendora. Facebook public has problems, I think. And Facebook friends has problems. So that's where I left you. Let's see if I can pick up from there. We're talking about Saturday, yesterday, the 22nd of July. July, summer, isn't it great? The day starts at 5 a.m.
with laying the foundation of the day, the bathroom, the dressing, and the tidying the house, and the recycle, and the litter pan, and cooking .com's breakfast, and sitting with her while she eats, and then the log, the journal, writing down the grand things that have happened, and then the precious rumination of what happened yesterday, the blessings of yesterday. You don't want to let them go by without a thank you, without appreciation. This is all God time, and it's done in the inner sanctum, the desk. You have a little place. Don't you have a little place where you go and you think about God? Don't you? An inner sanctum? And then the next job is to listen and write it down. What you are to do for the cosmos today. And when you're going to do it. It's not only a to-do list, it's a schedule. I finished reading to you these important things that come in that I feel we should share, that you should know. And I wish you would share yours with me. I finished reading that to you. I'm going to have to turn on the 200-watt light again. And then we did the Glendora Care and Share. And then we did Kinderhook. Oh, Kinderhook. Kinderhook plays A Chat with Glendora on cable TV. 2 hours, Monday through Friday. Now, every 2 months we make only 4 2-hour programs. So that means we have to go to the museum, to the files of DVDs that TV stations have returned. And we have to find 16 more 2-hour programs. And then on the back of the sleeves we have to write which dates these 22-hour programs are going to play in August and be repeated in September. That took an hour. And it's all packaged and wrapped. And thank you, Post Office, for delivering it to Chatham, I guess. They're in Kinderhook. That's Fairpoint. It used to be a bustling, rustling cable company and telephone company. And it was founded by a local resident in Kinderhook. And then when their sons took it over, very often the next generation doesn't want a company. They want money. They want cash. So they sold it to Fairpoint. Very, very quickly, Fairpoint went bankrupt. I'm sorry, Fairpoint. And now, the Fairpoint has been sold. I don't know what's going on over there. They're a communications company and I can't communicate with them. But I'm going to try. I'll call Maine, the state of Maine. That's where they put their telephone people to answer questions. In Los Alamos, that took an hour. And I think I made a video for you of that. By this time, and go up to the porch and do the good deeds, pick up any litter, check the recycle bin, check the dumpster, make sure that it isn't being abused, and there was boxes to be recycled down at the bottom of the dumpster, and I can't reach down there and get them. I get the ones on top. And people, simply put
what is to be recycled in the recycle bin, not in the dumpster. Love us. Love each other. Love your world. And by this time I'm exhausted, and I've fasted until noon. And it's hot, and it's July. So I sit and I ate the shortbread that I bought for Sandy from the Bartlett house. Because it was 2 days old. Wrote a check, or I brought an empty check to Seventh-day Adventist church picnic and had them make it out for $30, and then I sign it. So I dressed up and I packed. And what did you contribute to the potluck? A loaf of home-baked bread. And then Gloria came, and she looked so nice. Oh, she always dresses so well. And Helen, her mother, and it's Helen's birthday. And she's 88. She's always a year behind me. And she looked so nice too. She had the most appealing little navy blue top and a lovely, lovely skirt that was in piers, you know. Up here and then in the middle and then down at the bottom. Oh, she looked so nice. And we went to the Kinderhook pavilion, owned by the town of Kinderhook, that used to be the New York State Farm. Back in the days of Eleanor Roosevelt, she established a state farm, a New York State Farm, where they tested soil and what it could grow and what it could produce. And isn't that a miracle? What soil? Soil is black gold. Oh, what a miracle soil is. And Gloria bought a cake that cost $50, $50. You saw it. I took a video of it for you. And all the other food was just delicious. The Seventh-day Adventists, bless their hearts, they are vegetarian. It's right there in Genesis 29, verse 29. 1, or chapter 29, 1, verse 1. What you're to eat. You're to eat plants, not animals. Couldn't be clearer. And then I told a lot of jokes, and Dr. Celestin Mayo, who was an MD and was a Harvard Fellow, and then his wife, Dr. Celestin, is an MD, Maud, and in June she received another doctorate, a PhD. So you have to call her Dr. Celestin. They're pretty much the people, along with their dear friends, who established the Kinderhook Seventh-day Adventist Church. So the food was delicious, although I didn't eat much. And the cake, you saw all that. And then Gloria's driving me back to the happy house. And I said, someday, Gloria, will you go to Rite Aid and find some kind of elastic stocking that goes from the ankle over the knee? Oh, she says, you asked me to do that. Let's go right now. That's Gloria for you. Par excellent, living for others. And so that's what she did. So I picked out a bunch of knee braces, knee stabilizers. I think when you're 89, folks, your knee parts don't stay together the way they used to. They're not that affectionate to each other. They sort of spread apart, right? And that makes them hurt and makes them dysfunctional. So if you get one of these knee stabilizers, you know, either an elastic band or an ace bandage or a knee brace, that brings them back together. And your knees feel better, and they walk better, and they don't hurt. So we bought $80 worth of that. $50 cake and $80 worth of knee stabilizers. So back to the happy house. The first thing you do is take off the hot dress clothes, and you go to the bathroom and you wash, and then you cook .com her dinner, and you sit down with her and you stay with her. And I fell asleep while I did that. Well, that was 15 or 20 minutes, so I woke up at 4:55, I went to bed. I know that's going to happen. I know I have no energy left after I go out. And guess how long I stayed there, asleep? Until 7:30. That's how tired this body was. From 5 o'clock in the morning, a.m. And then I said, Glendora, are you going to let those poor animals not have any supper? Are you going to give them something to eat? So I took down a whole loaf of home-baked bread, broke it up in pieces. Yeah, I had to get up and put on the knee stabilizers and the socks and the shoes and everything else. Then I came back and went to bed. Again, for how long this time? 8 o'clock to what? 2? Woke up full of energy, full of pep. The body had rested from 4 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Yeah, that is 8 hours, isn't it? No. Yeah. So, you're not going to go to sleep, so hop up, tidy up, cook 4 corn on the cob, ate 2, did the log, wrote out appreciated the blessings of yesterday, and made listen to what was to be done today, and list it. By time, and take care of .com, keep feeding her, keep cleaning up the litter pan. And at 5A, when the alarm went off, overcome the resistance, purification, dress up, set up this video for you, write it, and that's how I care for you. Please share with me. Did we leave out anything? Yes, I thought you wanted to know the money that was spent since last week, I told you. Last week we left with $20 to the American International College, and then for printing cartridges, red, yellow, blue, and black, extra large, $56. $5 to the Reformed Church of America in Grand Rapids. $50 for what? Money orders for animals. 10 $5 money orders. I don't think that should be in there, because when we spend them, we put that in $5 at a time. So don't count that. However, the $12 money order fees, you have to count that. $66 for the electric bill. Everything here is electric. $12 groceries, and that was Sandy. And $95 Sue. She got $95 groceries. $61 another red, yellow, blue, black printing cartridge. $1 for that person's laundry they left in the washer, and I took it out and put it in the dryer so it'd be all nice and dry. I don't think that's healthy to leave it in the washer, do you? And then all the taxes, $4.90. I think we spent about $1,500 in sales tax a year. $30 to the Seventh-day Church.